Hey there, it's Punk Princess from Punk Princess Studios, and today we are doing a green clown makeup, or our version of a green clown makeup. We have an amazing green wig with curls, and who doesn't love green curly wigs? So here we go. We are using a white base. It's Tag body paint, which I bought from the face paint shop in Montana in Melbourne, and absolutely love that place. They have everything from whites to all your colors you could think of, and split cakes for all my face painting friends out there that know what a split cake is. And yeah, so we're starting off with our base white using a sponge just to get it in quickly. This is what we use for face painting for parties and things like that, and also when we're doing body painting to get the color down. Slam it down big and lots all at once, saves a lot of time to block it all in, and it's amazing how quickly you can get it on using a sponge. We get it on roughly to begin with, just so that we can make sure we've got some on there, and we can come in and make that better afterwards. We want all over coverage because that's what it's about. So, it's starting to take shape a little bit, starting to get the idea. What I'm going to do is spray some more water, because they are water-based paints, which means they are super easy to get off. It's just literally in the shower or with a face washer. Any problem areas, use a bit of facial scrub of some sort, whether it be a face soap or a micellar water like a makeup remover, and nice and simple to get off. The white's pretty good. It doesn't, obviously, if you're using a white base and then putting other things over the top like I'm going to do, that makes it easier when you're using colors or black to get the black off, because the white's underneath. White is always a good base. No matter how white you think you are not white until you've done white face paint, and then you know how white you really are or aren't. It's definitely something that you need to be aware of when using face paints, the different colors, because with the different colors comes different pigments, and the different pigments can be, depending on who you are or your skin type, it can be a problem because it stains, especially the red. The red's probably the hardest to get off. With the black, if you're using black around the eyes, or any color around the eyes really, it'll make you look like you've got eyeliner on that color afterwards, which is fine if you don't quite get it all off. But definitely the red can be an issue and cause irritation, because it can leave a residue if you don't use a soap or something to get it off with. I generally get it off with, I go, like all my face paints, what I do, even body paint, I go in with a wet face washer first and try and wipe a lot of it just generally off. That way then when it comes to using the soap, you've already got the top layer off, so you're actually getting into the grit, into what's left on the skin. And then if you need to, you can always do a second layer or a second soap up or second micellar water to get the residue off. Make sure you keep rinsing your face washer that you use, because it's going to get caked with the paint. Obviously, it's not something you want to then be looking like you're reapplying when you're trying to take it off, which kind of defeats the whole purpose really. But that's okay. Ooh. Make it look really white around the eyes. You can do the eyebrows. You can do that with, you can do the eyebrows with glue first, or glue sticks, so that they pat down and are flat, which is great. It works well. However, that's not what we're after today. We want the eyebrows to be big and bushy and part of the overall look. Not looking to streamline it and make it smooth. Oh, the white's starting to look good. We're getting that glow effect thanks to the light on the white. It's looking pretty good. We've got some good overall coverage. With the green, you can use whichever green you like, light green, dark green, medium green. There's so many different versions of most colors when it comes to face paint. And that's because they do the lights and the darks, and then they do turquoises and then, or mixes, so more purple, more pink, more green, more blue version of all the colors. Lighter red, dark orange, a more orange red between the red and the orange. It's whatever color you're after, you can find it, which is fabulous. Now, getting back to what I said earlier about split cakes. Split cakes are amazing, especially when you're face painting at face painting parties, like children's parties, because it is a cake of paint, what we call a cake of paint, which is a little square pan or rectangle pan, and it's got like 3 or 4 colors in it, so it's split. It's being a split cake. So when you do a brush, you do a 1 brush stroke and you've got all 4 colors on the brush. So you can do a rainbow, you can do extra underflowers, and you can do all sorts of things with the split cake, which is great because you can't do it otherwise. Like trying to do a rainbow otherwise would not work. I've tried it and it looks terrible. So it's definitely something that comes in handy, and it comes in handy when you want, say, 2 colors together to do flowers and things like that. That way then you don't have to try and load your brush up with 2 different sorts of colors, unless you don't have the colors you want, obviously. And then, yeah, it makes it easier and it's quicker. It's definitely a time saver, and it's definitely something that most face painters need. And if they don't, then yeah, that's a bit weird that they don't. You can get away with split cakes, like just having split cakes and a black and a white. You wouldn't need to have the single colors, because in split cakes you can get majority of colors and mix it so you have a whole bunch of split cakes, and it'd be amazing. And that way then you can get a client base and you can start making money before buying more paint, because as you know, everything in today's world is not free and certainly not cheap anymore, which, you know, when you're trying to work and earn money, it's definitely one of those things that everyone needs at the moment. Alright, so we're going to leave that there for the neck. I think we'll leave that there. We want it to make it look a little dodgy. We don't want it completely perfect. And the beauty of this is it dries. Being a water-based paint, it will dry so that you can then put other layers on top. Where your other paints that are amazing, like theatre paint and clown white, amazing, but it doesn't dry like this, and you put a powder on it to try and dry it and compress it, but it's still not going to dry like this, which means if you're a super sweaty person, then you've got problems because you're going to sweat your makeup off. But in saying that, there is also some sprays and other liquids that you can get to spray and dip your brush in, and to also do with your paint, so that you can then put it on and it makes it last longer through sweat, so it becomes breathable through sweat. That way then it's not going to run. It's just like an extra stay type liquid, and it's amazing. And you can get it from places like Scotty's Makeup in the city in Melbourne. You can definitely get it online. and I'm pretty sure Krylon has it as well. And they're my three go-to places: Krylon, Scotty's Makeup, and the face paint shop in Montana. They have the absolute biggest ranges between all of them, and you can get anything and everything from theatre makeup to your generalized blood and gore to airbrushing to face paint, whatever you want between those three stores. If you can't find it, I'd be very surprised. Very, very surprised. Now we're going to go in with some black, and we've got a Filbert brush, and this is a regular black from Tag. These are what the bottom of the Tag paints look like. They all look the same. These are an extra thick, the large canister, so to speak. They have 18 months on them for use once they're open, but you go through these so quickly because they're your two mains that you're going to use on everything. And then the green we're going to use is also a Tag, and this is the small or the regular size, and again it's got 18 months, and you go through this quickly too, but you don't go through your colors as quick as you do your black and white. That's why you get your colors in the smaller, unless you have a color that you do use forever and constantly. Pink's a very popular one, so you can get a pink big one that'll last a bit longer. Obviously it does cost more, but at the end of the day it lasts longer, so it's worth it. And it's all dependent on what you're doing. Like if you're doing body painting, then definitely with body painting, having the bigger ones because you've got a bigger surface area to cover, then definitely go the bigger cases. If you've got colors that you like to use more, I'm going to come in with some black and do the eyes. Just kind of mark it out what we're doing. Excuse me. Now remember, we don't want this perfect because we're going after a clown. Clown makeup's not supposed to be perfect. It's supposed to be dodgy. The more dodgy the makeup, the more dodgy the clown, the more dodgy the makeup, and the better it actually looks with this kind of stuff, which is fabulous because we don't want to do, sometimes you don't want to do perfect. You don't need it to be perfect because perfect isn't the thing. It's not about being perfect and amazing and just on point. Thicker, like so. There we go. Now we just come along and fill it all in. If you have any questions, pop them down below. I'm happy to answer any. If you have any suggestions on a different face paint or body paint or an idea, like a character you want me to do, then pop that down below as well. Like and subscribe for more videos. I am on Instagram. For my makeup page is Punk Princess Studio _makeup, but my general page is Punk Princess Studios on everything, and I put it on there as well. And I do photography as well. That's what I do, my principal job, and I do a lot of character work with the photography with other people. So Punk Princess Studios, and currently working on my website for Punk Princess Studios. I did have one, but it just wasn't serving its purpose anymore, so currently rebuilding and updating that. But Facebook and Insta and TikTok is all Punk Princess Studios. Should be able to find me. It's my little icon, cartoon icon that I have on this page. I have on all of them as well, so you'll know it's me. Which is fabulous. Looking fabulous. Starting to give the desired effect that we wanted. All rough. Pop in some other lines just to make it non-perfect, look a bit veiny, and you can come along with that with a brush, and you just to dirty it up, so to speak. You can use black eyeshadow to dirty it up, or there is Dirt Effect makeup that you can get as well, which I've actually run out of the Dirt Effect makeup. So hence why we are doing it this way, because we don't want it to look pretty and clean. It's not about that. A lot of the time with character work, it's not about looking pretty and clean. It's actually harder to make it look pretty and clean than it is to make it look disturbing. And it's disturbing that 9 times out of 10 that you want anyway, so. Don't forget, when you do the nose, you got to do underneath like so and along the edges, or else it's going to look silly. Because with the nose, a clown nose is always done all the way. It's never half done with a clown nose. Well, not usually, not from the things I've looked at anyway. I mean, they very well might be, but all right. Now we want to come through and add a touch of green. Want to make this one a little less perfect. Because we're supposed to be a bit evil. It's the whole point of this one. Yeah, beautiful. Hopefully no one comes to my door selling anything or delivering anything, because that could, yeah, that could go a little bit weird, but that's okay. Wouldn't be a first time. And I'm sure it wouldn't be a last time either. Okay, so now we come in with the green and we add highlights. Go around the edges like so to make it look green. Haha, go around the edges to make it look green when that's what we're doing. Yeah, I know, I'm funny. That's okay. Got it all over my piercings, but that's okay. That makes it look more serial killer-ish, because you don't want it to be, as we said, all perfect and cleaned off and stuff. But we just want it enough to highlight the fact that we're going for green. I've gone for light green, even though I have dark green. We've gone for light because the wig's light. All right. Looking good. I think that's pretty much what we were after. I know that's what I was going for. Not making it all perfect and wonderful, because being dodgy as it is the perfect and wonderful. Not everything's supposed to be perfect, like as in perfect straight lines and all filled in and not a single mark out of place and all the rest of it. That's not how this is supposed to be. Hi guys, so now we're going to put the wig on that we have, and we have fluffed it all up and it's ready to go. Now with these wigs, they do have a elastic running around the back, which is to go over the back. That way then you can stretch it over and really pull it into place. So here we go. Ooh. Here we go, look at that, amazing. Now it looks even more diabolical than it did before. This is what we're after. How perfect. Yes. So this is my green wig makeup and my green wig makeup. This is my green clown makeup with a green curly wig. I nearly said floral then. That's not what we're after. So it looks amazing, and like and subscribe, click below, go check us out on all our socials, and if there's something you want to see, comment below. If there's something you want to know, any questions, comment below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks, bye.